nice to do it against a really good team. Offensively, a little slow start, but the defense was really good, all triggered by our serving. 5 blocks and 10 digs in the first set. I think we only hit 220 or something, not a 250 maybe. But again, the defense was really good, triggered by the serving, as we've always been preaching. The serving, it defines us. We spent a ton of time for years and years and years. And when we get it rolling tonight, we can put a lot of pressure on teams. And it's not just one guy's ability to put pressure on; it's sustaining that pressure. And we have again one of the 90% rule, where when you serve inbounds at 90% with that kind of pressure, like I said, we've yet to lose when we do that, and it was nice to be able to do it again tonight against a really good team.
Yeah, I know it's obvious you want to start well, but when you come out and start the way you started the first 2 nights with the service line, and other teams are coming in here, trying to knock you guys off. I mean, do you get a sense at all that when you come out with that kind of start, that the other teams, it maybe takes them a while to kind of recover from that?
Well, our assumption is that they're going to feed off the crowd too. Guys, everybody likes playing in front of big crowds, or at least big time performers. And so our only assumption is that they're going to come out, they're going to feed off the crowd as well. And it's somewhat newer for them, so it might even be more of a rush. But we kind of just stay focused on the stuff that, like I said, that defines us and we're good at. And you saw over time tonight that everything kind of reverts to the mean, and we end up putting up some pretty good numbers.
Kurt, you're a guy who gets pretty pumped up in normal times, but it just seemed like you and your teammates were pretty amped to go against that team tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I grew up playing in Indiana. I had 10 people in my games, and 9 of them were my family members. So to come here and have it be part of something bigger, it's something I don't take for granted. A lot of people on our team grew up out here, where volleyball is a big culture thing. And for me, I used to sit at home in my little small farm town and see these games, and I always wondered what that would be like. And it's the reason I came here, and it's the reason I'm going to stay here. I love the fans, and they're the reason that I think we played so well tonight, 100%.
Yeah, what's the feeling you get, when you're out there? Because it seems like you in particular, you really have a symbiotic relationship with the fans, especially when the crowd's big like that.
For me, I got to make sure I'm not doing anything that's going to get me in trouble with my celebrations. And I still have to do better, making sure I'm directing that energy towards my teammates so they can feed off of it. I think I'm so excited just because I'm so grateful and humble. Every time we sing the Pono'i and the anthem, I look around and it's just such a blessing. And moments like this, no matter if you play pro volleyball at the highest level or whatever I go on to do with my future, I will never have an opportunity to feel that way ever again. And I want to make the most of it for sure.
How much of a, with Grand Canyon being the number 1, and with them losing last night, of a, kind of welcome to Hawaii volleyball or welcome to our house vibe was there for you guys with them in your ranking?
I think, rankings, whatever. You guys have seen the climate of men's volleyball. There's not a single undefeated team, and we're about 3/5 of our way through the season. So, we want to get to the point where we're playing as engaged as we were playing today, regardless of who the opponent is. I think, seeing the number 1 ranking coming into our house, obviously there's a little bit more sense of urgency. You can't lie. You're a little bit more engaged for the games today than you were like 2-3 weeks ago. But that being said, there's so much we got to work on still, and I think the focus that we had today, especially on the things we always try to focus on, which was serve and pass game, it was there. But we don't want that. We don't want to get complacent with that. There's still so much we have to get better on.
Charlie, you said something to the effect of this week would kind of show whether or not the numbers you guys have been putting up are legit or if they're a little inflated because of the competition and blah, blah, blah. You go 449 hitting percentage tonight, serve the way you guys did tonight, the ace numbers the last 2 nights. So what is your read on that now? Just measuring
Yeah,
stuff?
no, I mean, it's all really good, and now it's sustain it. We know we can put those numbers up, you know. The serving number is always the efficiency part. Doesn't matter who's on the other side of the net, right? Like, that's not or whether they're the number 1 team or the number 100 team, you know, if we're putting in play at a high percentage. But certainly doing it against a really good team validates it, you know, and we started in the first set, and you saw the offensive numbers on both teams weren't real high, but we got it going. We hit some few balls out too. But yeah, I think it, you know, and it certainly validates that what we've done year to date is real. And now it's about sustaining it. And Kurt alluded to that, where it's like, can we do this on a daily basis? Every time you come out and turn the lights on and step out there, you know, that's what makes you the best team at the end. How sustainable is it? Everybody can play great one night. Everybody can fire up, you know, and stuff. But here we are, kind of past the halfway mark and hitting for a good percentage, serving and bounds at a high percentage. All the stuff that, you know, keeping the errors very low. You know, what it ended up with 19 tonight in 3 sets. You can be the best team. You do that every night. You literally can be the best team.
Coach, Kurt had a couple of those aces to kind of get some separation in the 3rd set, but he didn't miss a serve again tonight, and I'm just kind of curious. I know you got some guys you can bring off the bench that can make an impact behind that line, but is he making it a little tough on you on the decide?
Well, I think he was pissed I brought Louis in with the other couple. So it's like, I'm fine with that. You keep doing what you're doing. And let me just, I don't know, clarify or elaborate a little on what he said, because about the celebration. You know, we're still very aware that, you know, we're out there and it's entertainment and you're putting on a show and you want it to be, that want them to celebrate and you want them to be real passionate, but we're really aware of, you know, we think we owe it to our fans and representing the state of Hawaii that we have a level of humility. And it's a fine balance, you know, where you have young guys that are super into it and there is a lot of energy and frankly, like violence in how the game's played. I mean, when you jump and hit a ball and score, what do they call it? Yeah, that's pretty violent. and so you want them to be themselves and be able to celebrate, but we're always conscious a little bit. That how do you define it, right? And it's one of those like, yeah, I don't know, but I know it when I see it. And so we just try to let them be themselves and celebrate, while we're always a little conscious of, you know, having that level of humility, respecting the game, respecting our opponents, and yet giving the fans a big show.
And being professional, like, that's something that we all always have to work on. One of my favorite parts about this program, sorry to interrupt the question, is we emphasize being professionals on and off the court. And one of the biggest things I've learned here is that individuals who usually let one area of their life slip, whether it be school, weights, showing up to meetings on time, they're often letting something else, you know, fall behind. And, you know, regardless of all the volleyball lessons we learn here, I think learning to be a professional is going to be the greatest thing I leave here with, thanks to our amazing coaching staff.
Tread, how's the hip look like? You kind of had like a little hip pointer thing, is that?
Yeah, it's all good. I just met with the trainer about it, so we're good.
He's got two.
It's just maintenance, but yeah, I'll be fine. No worries.
Tread, the 2 big wins. How happy were you with your set selection throughout this weekend?
I mean, I think we're hitting for a high clip right now, and that's amazing. I do owe our middles a lot of gratitude. They're pulling a lot of the opposition, and it makes my life easier. It makes our outside hitters, our right side hitters' lives way easier. And I did not help them at all today. I messed up a few sets, but I got to repay them a lot. So thank you guys, UNG.
Yeah. He did a nice job of running the offense based on how they were defending us. One of the things I always chuckle when we're sitting here and I get asked if, well, you wish there'd be a little more balance in the offense. And it's like, look, we're sending Guillerme all over the court and he's taking people with him. So we don't have to set him. If I can move a chess piece on the board and you move guys with him, it's like, yeah, we're going to set over there. So he's really valuable. We've set him enough at different times and started the match, setting him. All of a sudden, they're making a choice. Okay, so and Tread's doing a really nice job of playing that chess game. All right, you're gonna. I'll move him over here. I'll move here. I'll go there. It was fun to watch.
Big chess guy.
Big chess guy.
Coach, your thoughts, your last opponent in this field, your Big West opponent, an early look at them. What have you seen of Irvine so far? And obviously a familiar face this weekend.
Yeah, Heno's amazing. If that ain't the leader for Player of the Year, I don't know who is. That's they set him a lot, and he's impressive. And they got a good team. It's not like he's the only guy they got. I'm sure they, the roller coaster of emotions and high level men's volleyball you saw tonight too, where they come off a big win off the #1 ranked team, and Lewis kind of got it handed to him last night, and they bounced back, and I'm sure the day off will help Heno a lot as he's taken a million swings, and they'll be fired up and ready to play on Sunday. Should be a battle. That's a team we may end up facing 4 times this year. We got the one here and then 2 at their place, and possibly in the league postseason. All right. Yeah, that's great.